everyone, I'm Rebecca, co-founder of Experience. So today we have a special guest with us, Ryan Solomon, who is a very young chef. He started building his passion for food at a tender age of 16 and also graduated from a prestigious culinary institute called Le Cordon Bleu. I hope I got the pronunciation correct.
Yes, that's right.
So without further ado, Ryan, could you tell us about yourself and what are you currently working on?
Okay, first of all, my name is Ryan, just like what Rebecca has mentioned. I started in the F&B industry since I was 16. So I started from cafe, moving on to restaurants, fine dining restaurants. So actually, I have my fair share of the pie as well, like what I've seen about the food and beverage industry. So I actually have a passion to open my restaurant in the future. So this is why I'm learning every department in a restaurant.
Interesting. I also heard that you started your own YouTube channel, and in fact, you actually collaborate with some other people doing some YouTube videos. Could you share with us more about what was your plan on the starting the YouTube videos in the first place?
Okay, so my first YouTube channel was actually started in around February to March 2019. That was way before COVID started. So I wanted to actually provide videos whereby my friends, not only my friends, and the general public will be able to learn how to cook step by step. This started from me looking at my friends, a lot of them not having the basic knowledge of how to cook when they were overseas. So this prompted me to create more videos to teach everyone how to cook. And then when I got back into Singapore, I created a channel just for Singapore, focusing on food reviews and different cooking. Throughout these whole 2 years, about 2 years, I managed to actually work with different businesses to actually gain more experience and know how freelancing work is actually performed.
Yeah, so I understand, right? The YouTube scene, there are a lot of competitors. So how do you stand out from the rest? Especially, do you have a niche for your content? And what are some marketing efforts that you have done to gain more traction for your channel?
What got me actually interested in the YouTube scene was actually looking at friends and family who do not know how to cook. So I teach them how to cook. And then throughout this whole YouTube scene, the most crucial part is definitely to post regular content, which is one thing will make you stand out from the rest of the other channels. Because some channels are just posting as and when they want to post a video. Whereas for my channel, I always have that in mind to post a video every week regardless of how busy I am, at least to put out a video. And the contents which I normally put out are either food review. So they are all nicknamed in a way that Singaporeans and Malaysians will all understand. It's all in mixture of Hokkien and English. So Ijiaksimi is like what I eat. Ijiaksimi is where I go to eat. And there's also another special playlist that's created is Ijiaksimi. So what I cook. So they are all actually prompting audience to understand what the meanings are. And for Western countries, they won't get what the meaning of the playlist are, right? So they will actually be curious about, okay, what does this word actually mean? And then they will start to watch the videos. It's not actually clickbait. It's just letting them understand how other countries are actually putting out their playlists and the videos. And to touch on another point, whether it's very competitive, yes, throughout 2020, a lot of people started doing YouTube videos, not only focusing on food, but also having a wide range of playlists. For me, I just focus on specific food.
When you say specific food, is it more towards like local delights or what?
Okay, so I focus only on Asian cuisines or fusion. Even though I'm trained in French and Western cuisine, much of my passion is related to creating fusion food and local dishes.
I see. So are you doing this like YouTube channel out of passion or hobby, or where do you see your YouTube channel going? Will you be eventually like turning into a full time or?
Okay, so definitely a lot of people will have the first thing that come to mind is, oh, definitely YouTube channel. People will be starting to earn money from it. They might be doing it for passion or they might just be doing it purely for money. For me, I see it as a form of marketing effort. So during COVID, there's not a lot of way that you can do face-to-face marketing and most of the things are moving towards digital. So I see this as an opportunity for me to build and focus on my marketing effort for my future reputation. For my YouTube channel, even though it's right at a stable rate right now, I have to admit that it is very hard to build the marketing efforts when you start from nothing. So when nobody really knows you, it takes away a lot of effort to reach the general public. And I will see this YouTube channel as a form of educating the general public and also as a path to my future restaurant.
I see. So, okay, because I understand that other than running a YouTube channel, you also have something else running on a day-to-day basis. Do you have a team to run all the marketing for you, or is just one man show yourself?
Okay, for sure, the first thing is if you were to have a team, right now when it's not fully developed yet, there will be extra costs to be incurred, such as you have to pay salary, or definitely you have to settle the food for your team at least, even if they are not paid, they are doing it out of volunteer. So for me, I tend to like to learn everything by myself, from marketing all the way to posting, all the way to editing. In such a way, I will be able to gain the basic knowledge first. And if the whole YouTube channel is developed, I will be able to get a team and teach them the necessary knowledge.
Wow, must be a lot of effort. So, are there any like other things that you do aside from running your YouTube channel, posting videos and stuff like that?
Okay, so right now I'm actually doing a few projects concurrently. I'm actually a mixture of chef instructor and a freelancer and a content creator at the same time. So when I go back to Singapore, I was actually just focusing just on my YouTube videos to build the Singapore channel up. So right now I've already gotten a job at a baking college as well around Bukit Merah, Singapore. And I'm also working with different businesses such as Safra Jurong, and Safra Pongo. And there will be a few more projects with other businesses that will be coming up soon. And lastly, I'm also doing my YouTube videos every week to make sure that I post a video every single week.
Yeah. So also you just now mentioned that you focus more on like fusion, mainly local delights, fusing with like Western, right? So could you explain why that you chose this like niche?
Okay, firstly, being a Singaporean myself, I grew up eating local food, that's for sure. So my taste, I would definitely have to admit that it's more accustomed to Singaporean food, such that I will know, okay, what are the ingredients that are required, and then how should this dish actually taste like. And even though I'm trained in Western cuisine, much half of my heart is actually leaned towards Western cuisine as well. I like to eat a lot of Western food. So whenever I go on food hunt, most of the time I'll either be looking for local food or Western food. And a thought actually prompted me. So when I was studying overseas, I actually had a thought, what would happen if I try to fuse both of it, which nobody have ever tried the flavors before. Even though it will take a lot of effort, it will definitely be worth the effort.
Could you share with us like what's your most famous fusion dish that you have created so far?
Okay, so one of the dishes, if I were to name it out, definitely Italians will be very angry, or other countries will be very angry once we fuse a food and we change the whole traditions of it. However, I do respect the traditions of every cuisine. So if I were to name one dish that I think I have done a lot and gotten quite a lot of feedback from not only my friends who are chefs and my family, I would definitely have to say it's the Asian style carbonara.
So what do you mean by Asian style carbonara? Is it like a chow mein type of carbonara, or how do you go about cooking that?
Okay, so for fusion, it's not only referring to the ingredients they use, but also the cooking techniques. That's why it's called fusion, right? You use different techniques from different countries. So even though carbonara is traditionally known as having an egg in the middle, you don't add any cream. So it's all just very purely egg pasta and your onion or garlic. So I change it in a way such that I use cream instead of egg. And the whole cooking technique is different. So I use a little of boiling. And then for pasta, I always tend to over season it in the early part and then season it very little at the end part before serving.
Interesting. So how do you balance your side jobs and your passion for creating like videos on YouTube channels?
Okay, so one thing which I'm sure a lot of people don't realize is that even though I'm focusing a lot on content creation, I'm moving a lot towards digital. However, one thing I like to balance my side job and I use is definitely a hard copy of a calendar instead of using a phone. So I tend to always write down on the book itself every month to plan ahead. Okay, for Monday to Wednesdays, regularly they are for my content creation to create videos. And if I can't do it on this particular day, at least I have 1 or 2 more days to fall back in between. And for the cooking lessons, it's always pre-planned. So I always try to get my schedule all the month before. So around the end of every month, I will start planning for the whole next month, such that there won't be any hiccups along the way. Or if there are slight hiccups, I'll be able to rotate my schedule around.
Just curious, because you actually started like this YouTube channel way before this pandemic. So has this pandemic actually affect any of your progression so far?
Okay, so I have to say that the pandemic actually prompted me to post my videos more regularly. Prior to that, I was actually just posting a video every few months. So I didn't have the discipline to, okay, I should post my video and schedule it way before, a few days before, so that if I need to change any of the things, I can just edit inside the YouTube itself. So for this COVID-19, it actually prompted me to be more disciplined in such a way that, okay, once I'm done with my video, I'm actually planning for the next video, or I actually have a few videos in store ready to be posted every single week.
Great. So last question. So what's your, do you have any advice for all the aspiring entrepreneurs out there looking to start a YouTube channel or even to kickstart their passion, especially in F&B industry?
Okay, so the first thing I would always recommend every time I do a podcast or I do a live interview is definitely you must have the passion to create the specific content you want. For me, I know and I'm very sure that I wanted to be in the food and beverage industry, even though the returns might not be a lot compared to the rest of the other industries. For me, passion is what you definitely need first for you to constantly put out content. Second, you need to have discipline. So you need to ask yourself, when can I post a video, which specific day and what time? So you constantly post at that time on a specific day.
Thanks for joining us today. Really love your drive for doing what you really like. Do you have any last words for the audience that's watching this video?
Okay, so definitely the last thing I would say is if you are wondering whether you should start a YouTube channel or not, there's no harm trying. Just try it. And sometimes you will be surprised about how far this will bring you to or what lessons you'll be able to learn just from starting a simple YouTube channel.
Thank you for watching. If you would like to have more of this, feel free to check out at exprenia.com.